Because all your kids should know how to code. Code.org is free. And you can start coding. Your kids can start coding on it. It's absolutely free, and they can learn to code on it. So make sure you have your kids start coding now, because this is all coding. Crypto, NFTs, Metaverse is all coders' world. So if you want to make sure your kids are not being consumers and they're actually like can make money in this space and know what this space and dominate this space, like get them to code. Code.org is a free coding platform for kids. All right, Moo, let's get into the Metaverse.
Metaverse. Yeah, baby. So Gap is in there, Under Armour's in there, Adidas is in there, Ralph Lauren, Abercrombie and Fitch. They're all there. They're all filing trademarks to be part of this metaverse. The beauty of it is we can all get into, because nobody knows what the metaverse is truly going to be. We're molding it right now as we speak. So I want everybody on here to think of what you would do if you can make something that can make you money on the metaverse. It could be anything. Start thinking of ideas for the metaverse, because that's where more, besides buying crypto, we're going to be using the metaverse in everyday life, ordering pizza, doing everything on it, working out like the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to really start thinking about what you would do if you can put yourself on the metaverse and make money, or put your business idea on the metaverse and make money. So that's what I'm excited about.
So Natalie, Nikki answered your question. She said, you just sell your coin to USD on Coinbase. It's really easy. So just you just sell your crypto back to US dollars on Coinbase, and you withdraw it to whatever bank account you've attached. So that's how you can withdraw.
And don't forget to pay taxes. Pay your taxes. Don't forget to pay your taxes. That's why I'm leaving mine in there.
That's a good point. So Nat, and anybody who holds crypto, if you buy crypto today and then you sell it tomorrow, you will have a lot of taxes on it. The longer you hold crypto, the less you have taxes to pay on your crypto. So just in places like Coinbase are definitely tracking you. So just make sure, and they're reporting to the IRS. So just make sure that if you want to hold your crypto, the longer you hold your crypto, like if you hold it for a year, you'll pay less taxes, because it's considered, and Natalie, you'll understand this, it's considered an asset, not necessarily currency. So it's considered more like an asset with capital gains, like a real estate. So yeah, the metaverse it's so just so you guys know, there's more than one metaverse. There's tons of metaverses. Everybody's creating a new metaverse because now what metaverses are going to be is a big commercial in a lot of senses. Like you're going to go into the metaverse, and like Moose said, like Gap is going to be trying to sell you a shirt that you can purchase in the metaverse, and then it'll be shipped to your house in a real life Gap. Like, oh, you know what? Somewhere in Gap, we can make that.
I got my MLK on. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so the metaverse right now is real crazy, because so you can go to the metaverse and you can buy a Gap NFT t-shirt, right? Where your character in the metaverse can be wearing a Gap NFT, which is a virtual t-shirt. But you can also, what they're going to start doing is, like in Gap, you can buy that NFT Gap shirt, and then they can also say, hey, part of your NFT contract is that since you bought this NFT Gap shirt in the virtual world to wear on your avatar, you can also purchase it, and we will ship you the actual Gap t-shirt. So now you're rocking the Gap t-shirt in real life and in the virtual world. So Metaverse is about to be hit hard, because it's becoming a complete marketing campaign. And that's why all these companies are joining the Metaverse and trying to get in on it, because you're going to be in the Metaverse, and now you're going to be able to purchase. And if you're a real estate agent, this guy told me that he bought virtual real estate. Somebody went into his virtual real estate building that he built in the Metaverse, and he was on, I think he was on Sandbox. He built it, and then they went in and emailed him through the Metaverse to his real email to ask him in real life how much would he sell his virtual real estate for, because he was actually an agent. So they found his agent information on the Metaverse that he had put, and then they clicked on that, went through the Metaverse, found him in his actual email, and then asked him how much to sell his Metaverse property. So it's just real. And the Netaverse and ET just started.
Metaverse. Metaverse.
I'm like, okay, y'all generation, the Netaverse. I mean, so that's where you're watching a real live basketball game. They just did this. The Nets.
That's specifically the Brooklyn Nets doing it.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, Netaverse. I love it. They're gonna have 100 cameras all around. You'll be fully immersed, like you're sitting courtside. So you can put on your Oculus goggles and be like you're sitting courtside because 100 cameras will give you the feeling. I think they could even put you like right in the middle of the basketball court. So you'll be seeing James Harden run right by you.
Oh.
Crazy. And they're the first ones up on it. So you know everybody is going to be up on it soon. Within 2 years, you'll be able to watch football, soccer, everything from wherever you want in the stadium. But basically, front row seats where Spike Lee and them be, that's what you're going to have them goggles on for. It'll be like you could reach out and touch the players. Metaverse.
But to me, I don't see the point of that because they're like virtual characters. I mean, I can see.
Nah, they should look real. That's what they hoping. It looks like a real character. They starting off like cartoonish.
Yeah, I don't.
But in 2-3 years, they'll be like me and you. They'll look that real.
But
That's the technology.
why don't they just have the metaverse? Why don't they do the same thing? You go in the metaverse and you can actually just like maybe watch TV and see those different angles in the
You can
metaverse.
do that too. You can do that. This is the beginning of it. They're just jumping on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So now watching a football game, you'll be right behind the quarterback as he's getting the ball hiked to him. You know, you can do that, or you can sit on the 50-yard line with your goggles. You can sit anywhere you want. And they'll do the same thing. Like you said, you can do it in the metaverse. They're just calling it the Netaverse because that's a business model that the sports teams are going to start using. So now instead of paying $30,000 for a front row seat at the Knicks game, you buy your Oculus for $300 and you're having the same experience basically. You know what I mean?
So for me, the Netaverse is a no right now because I like to see actual
Such hard
people.
no.
But if you don't mind, like if you like playing, you know, like I guess if you do PS5 and you're watching the game anyway, you might as well be watching a live game. But these are actual live games. It's like the people look virtual. You can, like you said, put your Oculus, but you're watching a live game, but they just look like you're on like something else. But I was gonna say, the metaverses. So there's tons of metaverses. Emu says thumbs up for the Netaverse. But let me just say, Emu actually last week said he was defending Cardano. And I was like, oh no, Cardano is boo Cardano. And now Cardano is in the news because it's creating its own metaverse. So y'all got to listen to Emu too, you know, on everything. Cause he called Cardano and they're creating their own metaverse. I don't know if you read a little bit about that move, but there's a lot of coins that are creating their own metaverse. That's what I'm saying. A metaverse is plural. There are tons of metaverses out there. People are creating metaverses right now. We know about the Facebook metaverse. If you are a stock purchaser, if you like to buy stocks, there is a metaverse stock. It's not Facebook and it's a lot cheaper. And where it's like, it's not an index fund necessarily, but it has a lot of the metaverse companies in one. And if you go on, like if you go on Cash App, you can buy the stock. You can go on ally.com and buy the stock. It's a metaverse stock. So just type in Meta. It won't be the Facebook one. And I think it's like, well, it's like 40, 50 bucks or something like that. The stock market is kind of going down. So it might be a little less now. But so just go ahead and purchase that if you're into stocks. I'm sure that stock will go up and it's cheaper than the Facebook stock. But you can also buy fractional shares. So if you find the Facebook metaverse is on Cash App, you can get a fractional share of that too. And so you can purchase a piece of the Facebook metaverse stock if you're into stocks. Emu, do you want to answer this question? Can anyone create their own metaverse?
Yeah, Taylor read no, anyone cannot create their own metaverse because these companies, number one, are already blockchain companies for the most part, and they're getting funding from other companies, and they have massive developers behind them. So all these metaverses, so the one Cardano is doing now is called Pavia, but it looks like shit. You can't even build on it yet. So you can buy the land, but you can't build a building on it yet because they aren't able to develop it yet. So technically, to have your own metaverse, you need a slew of people. You need your own blockchain first, you need your own coins second, then you need your own developers third. So there's a lot to go into the metaverse. Then you need people just backing you in general. That you won't, your coin won't go from $1 to $0 overnight. So they have all of this stuff in place before they put their metaverses out. So yeah, you can't just do it just like that. You can invent your own. Anybody can make their own coin, but you can't do your own metaverse. To answer that question.
Okay, so if they have their own coin, if they have developers, and if they have the backing, they can.
Hypothetically, yes.
Yes. Okay, because we want to be we want to encourage our community.
Yeah.
Because we want Black people to start their own metaverses and things like that. And I'm pretty sure there are Black developers that are doing it, but we don't want a brain drain. We don't want our Black developers going to these white companies and then building metaverses for them too. You know, we do need more Black companies and more Black coders so we can create our own metaverses and stuff. The Facebook metaverse is the best one to invest in right now. If you have, my personal thought is this.
I think get that mana.
I think that, like, in terms of investments, the best investment is something that you can buy low and then have it explode and go high. Facebook right now will probably increase in time. I would buy some Facebook stock, but right now, anybody who tells you this is the best metaverse to invest in right now is lying, because nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
This is just a new territory. It's like space. Like if you go to space and somebody says, is Jupiter the best planet? I mean, somebody can be like, yes, but they're just guesstimating. Because so right now what you should do is hedge your bets. This is the time to hedge your bets. It's time to sprinkle your money over a few good solid projects and then wait to see which ones are going to explode. Because Facebook will probably move up, yes, but Facebook is already high, right? So find somebody who's getting, what you want to do is find the most strongest metaverses. So like you have Sandbox and Decentraland, you have Facebook. You also have, is it CryptoVex? I have to look it up, CryptoVex, where you can build on. So just do a little research Decentraland, research Facebook, research, there's a Chinese metaverse coming, and then make your decision, and then try to put, if you have, this is my, I'm not a financial advisor. So if you see me in the street and you lost your money, that's on you. I'm only telling you what I think. Hold on, sweetheart.
We're just all friends here talking crypto. That's all.
Yeah.
We're not financial advisors.
The only thing I can say is that, here you go, hon.
We want to learn from you guys.
Sprinkle your money in the strongest projects. So, hey, Eric, what's up? Yes, Pisces in the house. Pisces.
What up, Source Energy?
Pisces. So, yeah, I would find your strongest projects and then put a little money into each project and then watch them. But it's all a hedge, it's all a risk. The stock markets are making everybody crazy, and crypto has been down for a couple months now. So just
buy the dip, baby. Buy the dip. Yeah. It's gonna go back up. This is the best time to get in. Buy the dip. As I'm telling everybody, if you don't have any crypto, just please buy some. It's $50. Get in the game. If you could buy that bottle of, you know what I mean, that 1942, you could buy crypto. Okay.
Yeah, everybody should be like, if you're gonna buy crypto, buy now. Like if you know you're gonna buy crypto, then buy now, because crypto it's very low. Same with stocks. A lot of stocks are low now too. So if you're into stocks too, it's the time to buy right now, because everything's very low. So you always just remember this rule of thumb. It's just like a 101: buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So when everybody's running because they're like, oh my gosh, everything's dipping. Now if the person don't buy if it's dipping because the shareholders are jumping ship, don't buy then, okay? Like, no. But if it's just dipping because it's just a phase in the market, that's when you buy. So look into, research these projects, find projects you like. And I guess that can lead us to coin of the day, that the projects that we like personally and things like that. Moon, you want to talk about some of the projects you like?
Coin of the day, drum roll. Brrr. My coin of the day, you know, I like to give y'all stuff that's like relatively under $1 because I want it to be a next white whale. But this one is about 7 cents right now. It's called VeChain. That's my coin of the day. VET, VeChain. I love it. It's one of the most slept on coins out there. Unfortunately for you guys, you can't buy it on Coinbase or Gemini right now. You know, America be hating sometimes, but you can still find it. VeChain is only about 7, 8 cents. I love it. It's a supply chain management. Okay, supply chain management. So what that means to you girls out there, you know, you got your little Gucci bag. You don't know if it's fake or not, right? VeChain will actually scan the bag from the factory to the truck to the store, and you'll be able to scan the bag too and know that is a real Gucci, a real Louis the whole way through. It's going to completely cut out bootlegging. Also, food. You want to know where your food is from? It's from Costa Rica. You like the mango?
I might have to invest in that one, Mo. You saying that they can tell you now, like,
yes.
Can you drop the stop ticker in the comment?
Walmart, China is already using it. BMW is already using it. All right.
Can you drop
It's
the
a
stock
very,
ticker up in there?
it's VET.
Well, the
VET.
crypto ticker,
Okay.
I should say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the crypto ticker is VET. You could type it for me. VET. That's called V chain. Okay. It's transparent. It tracks ownership. Whether even for food, if you like your mangoes from Costa Rica, or like my man Source Energy likes his mangoes from Barbados, they can track that. As soon as they pick it off the tree, they put a little a barcode on it. They start scanning right away, and it's all going to be on that blockchain. It's all going to be transparent. You'll know exactly where your food comes from, how long it took to get to you. You know exactly where your clothes come from. You know exactly where your BMW car parts came from, and if you're buying a fake or real one. So I recommend, once again, not a financial advisor, but please, for 7 cents per coin, you could cop some VeChain.
And
I'll
that's
show you
the
next
thing.
one. We'll show you how to do it because it's not on Coinbase either, but we'll show you how to do that next one.
And that's the thing. Here you go. And that's the thing too. It's like okay, so I just put coinmarketcap.com because anytime you want to know how to buy a coin, and we talked about this last week, go to coinmarketcap.com. I put that in the comments. When you go to coinmarketcap.com, look on the page. If you scroll down like about maybe a third of the page, you'll see you'll see the icon that says market. If you click on the icon that says market, and if you click on that icon, it'll show you all of the exchanges that it'll sell that coin on. So like if you go on coinmarketcap.com and you're like, okay, how do I buy VeChain? You go on coinmarket.com and then you go ahead and you'll click on market. It'll open up. Make sure in the search you put VET. When you see VET, it'll show you it'll show you whether it's going up or down. Like if it's like a stock chart. It'll show you like after 1 month, 1 day, whatever. And then when you click on market, it'll show you the different exchanges that it's listed on. And so if it's VET and it's not on Coinbase, it'll take a little bit more of a skill set to actually purchase on it. Do you know, Moo, which exchanges it is on?
KuCoin. You go to KuCoin. Gate.io also has it. So, but you guys can get a wallet. So this is what I do. I have my Exodus wallet downloaded on my phone. Then I'll go to Coinbase and buy USDC. Then I will go to a swap exchange. I prefer swap space. So then I'll go swap my USD for VeChain, VET, and move it to my Exodus wallet. So that's how I bypass Coinbase and Gemini. I use my USDC from Coinbase, go to a swap exchange, purchase my VET, and put it directly into my Exodus wallet on my phone. And that's how I get it.
And then Nikki's also saying change now. So, and I use change now too. So you can always swap and do change now. Because some coins you'll need to swap to get, which is like, so you might say, hey, let me swap some Ethereum, let me swap some Bitcoin or whatever coin you have to buy this new coin. And you can go to change now and you can swap the coin and then you put it into, then you can do pancake swap or wherever that exchange. But that's complicated and that gets into intermediate and advanced stuff in terms of how to purchase these coins. My coin of the day, I think I'm going to stick with, I'm going to talk about a few things. Okay, my coin of the day, I haven't purchased it yet because it requires a different skill set to buy it. I think it's going to be, I think I'm going to do Wonderland. So I've been starting to explore staking. And for those of you guys who don't know, staking means you can actually, if you're a hodler, and a hodler means you hold your coins. Dreama just joined from last week. And Dreama, actually, I went and checked and I do have Phantom. And I was like, oh, I do have Phantom. Right. So, but I'm a hodler. So staking is let's say you hold on to your coins. Let's say you're not going to sell your coins for 3 months, right? You can take that coin and you can do an exchange like Celsius or Stacks. It depends on which one you like. And you can take those coins and you can give them to them. Staking means you hold on to they're going to hold your coins and then they give you interest back on your coins, right? So these staking coins interest rates are higher than any banks right now. So I can take, let's say I have Ethereum and I'm going to hold on to my Ethereum for 5 months. I'm not going to sell it. I can send it to these exchanges and some of them will pay your gas fees, which means that if you exchange it, they'll pay the fees it costs to not exchange it, to stake it. They'll pay the fees to take it from one platform to another. So like, for example, Celsius, I talk about Celsius. They have a 9.5% return, but it varies by crypto. So I think Ethereum is like 5.5% return. So let's say I want to stake Ethereum. I would go send Ethereum to Celsius, and I'm gonna let them hold it for 6 months, and they're gonna give me a 5.5% return, which is kind of unheard of. And then so every week they're gonna pay me out depending on how much money I'm going to let them hold of my crypto. So if I let them hold 1,000, it might be I get $100 back for that year, and they'll give me like maybe $1 a week because they pay you weekly too. So you get an annual return, and the way that they give you your annual return is weekly, which is unheard of too. However, so let's get to Wonderland. Wonderland. So we're talking about 10% returns, but Wonderland, this is why crypto is so crazy. Some of these people are giving out 87,000% returns and 8,000% returns. I mean, y'all, you need to get on this crypto bandwagon because it's a good time to buy because it's low. And then it's like at least you can start learning now. So when it goes up, you can get a return. I'm not guaranteeing it goes up. You can lose all your money in your whole life. I'm not saying that. Don't ever put more in that you can't afford to lose. But you have such a return in this whole DeFi thing, and we can get into DeFi later because I want to answer your questions. And so, like, if you stake, which means that you put your crypto and you have them hold, you can get 8,000% returns on things like Wonderland. I think there's Time, which is also called Ohm. And so you have these really high levels of staking returns. So I'm about to work on that because I got to figure out how to convert it to Ohm because it's on Sushi Swap. And Sushi Swap is very like they only have certain coins that they'll let you swap. So I have to convert certain things to Sushi Swap if I don't want to purchase it with US dollars. I know that was over some people's heads, but it's good to listen so you guys get to understand this language and everything that's going on.
Yeah, learn the lingo.
But just remember, 8,000% returns. Start doing your research. Go on YouTube. Research Wonderland. Research Ohm, OHM. Research staking, STAKING. I'm going to drop it in the comment section. So, Emu, is it time for questions? Where we at?
Yeah, let's do a couple of questions. Then we got to be out of here. I got to go buy some more crypto.
And I got to help my daughter with her coding.
She need to be in bed.
I know.
Bedtime.
It is bedtime. Okay, so are we doing questions? Is that what we're doing?
Any questions, or are we wrapping it up?
If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask us what we're here for. We want to answer any questions that you may have. Like, we want our community to get it, like, to learn this crypto stuff together so we can make our money together. To start investing, if you have investing questions, if you're like, how do I start questions? If you're like, yo, I already know how to start, what exchanges, whatever questions you guys have, like somebody asked about, like, what's about the metaverse, please ask any questions that you guys have right now. We always have a question session so we can help you guys with all the questions that you might have about crypto.
Yeah, definitely start getting y'all read on about the metaverse and blockchain, though, because that's it. The more you read, the more you're going to learn, because the one thing is so much every single day, you can't keep up. That's how fast it's moving. It's moving super fast right now, but like I said, the boat has not left the port yet. It's still time for everybody to get on board. So I want everybody to get on board, and we just keep learning together.
And we need you to ask your questions. Please ask your questions now. Please don't be afraid to ask any silly questions. That's what we're here for. But make sure but the boat is still in the port, but the engine is running. So, and
the engine is running.
The engine is running. The captain is still talking to everybody, but because getting in it now because it's not regulated. It's like, it reminds me when hip hop first started. It reminds me of like when things first start and it's pure and it's innocent. But eventually it's going to get regulated. It's going to be manipulated, and you want to get in before that happens. So, it's already regulated. Like, somebody asked me, oh, do I need my ID to get into Coinbase? And I'm like, I don't know. When I started, I didn't need to have my ID or nothing to get on Coinbase. Now you do. So now the regulations are starting to happen. So
Coinbase will report to the IRS.
Yeah,
so you need ID.
Reported to the IRS. So now it's starting to do these things. So
once they went public, they had to do that. Yeah. You can't go public without doing that, because that's how they cut down on crime and stuff like that, money laundering. You got to show some type of ID to get on there. So Gemini too.
So go ahead and it's a good time to buy right now. Our coins of the week where Wonderland and Ohm, because of staking, the returns are so high with those. So if you want to have a safe bet, you can do Celsius, and I'll put that in the chat before we stop. Celsius, that's a little bit safer, and I've gotten my little couple of cents. I put a little bit in just to test, and I've done staking on Celsius, and I did get a return for that week. So, and you can also do a loan on Celsius. Let's say you have $2,000 of crypto, and you want a loan, right? Let's say you want a $500 loan. Well, if you have $2,000 of certain crypto, you can put it on Celsius, and they'll give you a loan at 1%. And that's just unheard of as well. So you can also, DeFi is a whole nother animal that I'm super excited about. And which means that you can put your crypto and ask them for a loan, and they'll say, okay, you need double or triple your crypto for whatever US dollar amount you need. And they're going to give you the money as a loan. If you don't pay them back, they just hold your crypto, take your crypto. I mean, that's crazy. You can literally go to an app right now. You can dump, let's say $500. You can dump $2,000 of Ethereum or less. Say, hey, I want a loan for $500 on my crypto. And they'll say, okay, we're going to keep your $2,000, and then you have 6 months to pay us back. And we're only going to charge you 1% interest. That's you can't get that at a bank right now. You can never get that at a bank. So please get your money up. If you need a loan, if you need a loan, use crypto. If you have crypto, it's a better deal than the bank is going to give you right now. And and don't break your friendships by getting a loan from your friends and never paying them back. Just go to crypto. So that's it. If you guys don't have any questions, we really appreciate you guys tuning in.
Get your read on. You know what I mean? Get your read on, please. Okay? And the Metaverse.
I was going to say,
study that Metaverse.
Do you have
the Metaverse is the next iteration.
About? Like anything you want to wrap up with?
I just want to tell them, man, the Metaverse is the next iteration of social media. You'll be able to go to a museum. You'll be able to go to a music concert. You'll be able to hang out with your friends and watch a movie all on the Metaverse. So just study the technology. Everybody at least start playing with the Oculus. Apple is working on their own Metaverse right now. That'll be out in a couple of years, though. So it's coming. So we might as well learn the terms and technology and everything. So we're abreast. So when we start investing in it, we are more well-informed. So like I said, remember, the captain's on the boat. He's steaming it up, but you still got time to jump on board. And lastly, just buy some Bitcoin and never sell it, because Bitcoin is that thing your grandkids could take a loan against. That's what you're talking about. I think that's one coin that's going to stand the test of time, and you'll literally be able to treat it like property, like Central Park West. You'll have that type of real estate, which is Bitcoin, to pass on to your great-great-grandkids, because that's what we're really talking about here, trying to build this generational wealth. So you got to start thinking like that. So buy Bitcoin, never sell it. These other coins, you can sell, swap, do whatever. But once you buy Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, keep it, never sell it. And with that, I'm out.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up with my thing. I'm going to answer D Goddess, and piggybacking on what Moose said, definitely hold on your Bitcoin. But I also there are people who just recommend that, like, if you make an exorbitant amount of profit, take some profits. Just never sell the whole thing. So let's say you buy Bitcoin right now, right? Don't sell that. Bitcoin goes to, like, I don't know, 100,000, and you bought 10 Bitcoin. I mean, take some of those profits. Just don't take the whole thing out. Like Emu's right. Like, you want to keep it as an asset.
Don't take no profit. Take a loan against it. That's what I'm saying. I know you want to take profit in Bitcoin. Take a loan against it. Keep it all, because then that Bitcoin that's 100,000 is going to be like 5 million years from now.
Right? But we differ on that. That's going to be your personal taste.
We can agree to disagree.
But I think we can agree that you don't ever take the whole thing out, and that's what I was counseled. Don't ever take the whole thing out. But in terms of D Goddess, okay, so to be honest, D Goddess, that's up to you. But I'm not perfect in terms of how much I need to do this too. But I would recommend that you definitely put it in a wallet. I would send it to a wallet. If you've had it on there for 3 years, the Cash App sometimes gets hacked and stuff like that. Like, and you never want, your private information. I would definitely buy a hard wallet. We talked about Nano Ledger. Only buy it from ledger.com, because Nikki said she would come and spank me in Atlanta if I bought the Nano Ledger off of anything but ledger.com. And so I would buy a hard wallet, a ledger.com. If you can't do that right now, download the Trust wallet onto your Your phone is called Trust Wallet, and then send your Bitcoin to your wallet so it's in safekeeping. Because the Cash App isn't that, people get scanned on the Cash App all the time and stuff. And so that's Nikki's laughing. So that's my 2 cents. And I got to do that too, D guys. I have some stuff I need to start protecting too, because Coinbase is tripping. But thanks so much, Moo. All I'm going to say is that you guys, please read up on DeFi. If you're trying to make this money, read up on DeFi, because DeFi means decentralized finance. And there's so much stuff I didn't get into today about governance and staking and interest coins. And there's so many things going on with this crypto situation, NFTs. But start reading up, doing your research. There's tons of YouTube videos. If you have any questions about any of the coins that we talked about, Algo, Wonderland, Time, Beat, just all you got to do is just go ahead and just type into YouTube any of these coins, how to buy it, and it'll walk you through. Go to coinmarketcap.com, get comfortable with that, and there you go. Dreamer, yes. Nikki's right. Yes, Dreamer. You can take your crypto if you bought on KuCoin, if you bought on Coinbase, if you bought on Gemini, wherever. Take that crypto and put it in a wallet. All right, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for participating. We just want everybody to learn and grow and make this money. And we'll see you next Wednesday. So come prepared with your questions for next week.
Read that white paper.
Yes, read the white papers. Okay. Bye, Nikki.